Hey, welcome to day 6. We are cranking through the week. It's almost over. Can you believe that? Isn't it weird how the week goes? I don't know if you guys are like this, but Tuesday usually comes for me and I think to myself, there's no way I'm going to make it through. And then by Thursday, I'm going, how is it Thursday? It's almost the weekend. Well, we're almost there. We are almost through this week. And if you are just now joining us, I want to say, hey, I'm so glad you're here. My name's Jess. I'm your host and registered dietitian coaching you on empowered eating. And we're working through a routine reset challenge. If you've been following along, you know that we have done a lot of work. And if you haven't been able to stay caught up the whole time, that's okay, friend. That is the beauty of podcasts. You can revisit these topics at any time. There is a downloadable checklist in the show notes. You can snag that and go through it at your own pace. Like, there is no race with this. Nobody's timing you. These are all available for you to access at your own capacity. Well, my friend, today we are talking about exercise. What kind is the best? What kind do you need? How much of it do you need? I love this conversation, and it actually came up because I was sitting with a new client this week, and I have to tell you, this woman was absolutely stunning. Just one of those young women that you're like, wow, she is that unique kind of beautiful. Interestingly, she is the kind of woman whose body doesn't fit our culture's expectations. And yet she still possessed this aura of just genuine kindness, compassion, and beauty about her. She came to me because she is in a bigger body, and she's in a bigger body than most of her friends. And she said she is really working to like her body, but she feels like she's losing the battle because the fact of the matter is she is in a body that's bigger than her friends. So she wanted to address this. We talked a lot about the skills, a lot of what we go through in the empowered eating method, like body image resiliency, the body image scale, values work. We hit on all of that. But at the end of the conversation, we hit on something particularly interesting, and it was about the topic of exercise. She said that even though her body doesn't physically change when she does movement for a few days, she said she feels more confident in her body, which I obviously said, well, that's amazing, right? That's what we're here for. So then I asked, why do you not do it more regularly then, if it's something that does make you feel so great? And her answer was something that I think so many of us can relate to. And she said, because Jess, when I miss a day, I feel like I've failed, and so I fall off the wagon. It's that all or nothing mentality. That all or nothing mentality with this undercurrent that exercise is something that must always meet a criteria or an expectation or be productive. And so in today's routine reset, we are actually going to focus on some of the barriers to regular and fun exercise and how to overcome them. Because the answer to the original question, which is how much exercise do you actually need and what kind, the amount is entirely dependent on your capacity. The amount that you need is the amount that you can fit in. And what kind? The kind that you love, the kind that you end that movement session and you think, that was awesome. I feel super accomplished. That is the best exercise for you. We're going to dive a little bit more into it as we talk about the barriers and how to overcome them so that you can find fun and awesome movement. Are you loving this routine reset? Doesn't it feel so good to get some of that control back so that we can show up every day intentionally and therefore empowered? If you're loving this, girl, you are going to love becoming an empowered eater. Food freedom and getting healthier, it can totally coexist. This week, you can snag your spot inside the Empowered Eating Method for 20% off with the discount code RESET. The Empowered Eating Method is 12 weeks to walk you toward empowered eating based on values work, learning all about using biofeedback as a marker of success instead of the scale, and of course, a customized to-you fuel plan written by me. All the details can be found in the show notes or over at jessbrownrd.com under courses. And the cool part is anyone who joins now gets to be a part of the live group coaching that is going to kick off in September. That's right. Starting in September, we are going to have monthly live group support so that I can support you in real time. Stay committed to the empowered eating process all the way through the end of the year. You can snag that 20% off through Friday with the discount code RESET at checkout. All right, let's get back to the show and today's challenge. I truly get this question all the time. Jess, what is the best exercise for me? Is there a benefit to exercising in the morning versus the evening? What about cardio versus strength training? What about duration? These are all really great questions. And of course, there is some really interesting science-backed methods. And at some point, getting a better understanding of those is really empowering. However, I'm going to tell you right now, that is a one-on-one conversation because it is not a one-size-fits-all. Just to give you a quick example of that, recently there's been an increase in research showing that women doing high-intensity exercise in the morning spikes our cortisol even higher because our cortisol is already slightly elevated in the morning. And so I was talking about this with a friend because she was frustrated with that because she goes, just the only time I can work out is in the morning. And I really love high-intensity exercising. And I just kind of laughed and I said, oh, me too. Like the science is interesting, but I'm still doing CrossFit at 5:30 a.m. And so again, like we have to filter it through our own capacity and our own lifestyle, right? It's good information for me to know because if I am feeling extra tired or maybe it's my PMS week and my body's just feeling more lethargic, that information will give me insight and encourage me to take more rest days if my body is feeling broken down because I know it's harder on my body. The type of exercise I'm doing is more challenging for my body. And at the same time, I'm still going in the morning. I'm still doing high intensity workouts in the morning, even though the research says it may not be the best thing for my body because right now that's what's working for my body. So really at the end of this, we want to be in an empowered place when it comes to exercise. And what that looks like is loving the movement you've chosen, whether it's weightlifting, yoga, dancing, walking, hiking, whatever it is, you absolutely love doing it. And you don't stress about missing a day. That's the balance there. That's the grit and the grace. So I want to talk about the 3 barriers that stop us from getting here. And that's timing, convenience, and like I referenced in that story at the beginning, the all or nothing mentality. So let's break down timing. And when we're working on a routine reset, looking at our timing can be really helpful in setting ourselves up for success. If we're trying to make exercise a regular part of our rhythm, timing can be crucial. Finding a time that we can be consistent with may be one of the secrets to making it happen more often than not. So there are a number of behaviorally oriented reasons why exercising at a consistent time may be useful. Some of those reasons include like simplified planning. I mean, if I know I work out in the morning, that's what I do in the mornings. Or if I work out before I go home on Monday and Tuesday, that's what I do, right? It simplifies the planning process. There's improved habit formation with that because it's already built in, it's consistent, it's the same. We do it the same every single time that prompt comes around, right? And then there's enhanced self-regulation with this because we know what to expect. Our body becomes accustomed to exercising at that time. When I was reviewing the research for this, I have to tell you all of my biases came out because there is specific research showing that reserving time in the morning to move, it actually increases your likelihood for consistency. I am such a morning junkie. I've always been that way. So if you're a night owl, I'm so sorry. I know I'm not speaking to you, but I'm trying to convince you to come to this side. It's amazing. And the research is showing it. And I do believe that reserving time to move in the morning, whether that is a stretching session, a yoga video, maybe it's a walk outside with your dog or your ferret, whatever kind of animal you have, getting that time out early in the morning, the research shows we are more likely to actually get it done because 100 million things happen in the day and it's more likely to get pushed off. So as you're looking at your routine reset, I want you to see like where in my day can I honestly fit in some movement? And if possible, can I make some time in the morning? If possible at all. And if not, I get it. Not everyone is as bright and chipper as I am early in the morning. That's okay. Can you find some time in the afternoon? The importance is the consistency there. Now, the second barrier to making exercise a routine is the convenience piece. This is so important. If you expect yourself to move, but the gym you signed up for is 30 minutes away, there are some additional barriers for you getting there. So never underestimate the power of a YouTube video in your own home or a walk jog around your neighborhood. What types of activities can you make convenient for yourself? So now we've got the time. Now we've got the convenience. We just got to get our mindset right. And that is addressing the all or nothing thinking, which is what I was talking about with my client this week. This one is really at the heart of it. This one polarizes us into thinking that there is a right and wrong way to move our body or a right and wrong amount of time to move our body. But in reality, my friend, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, your body just appreciates movement. It doesn't matter what, it just likes to move. Where I really take issue with the all or nothing mentality when it comes to exercise, and one of the many reasons I get frustrated when it pops up in my head or my clients' brains, is that there is this subtle but strong undercurrent that's associated with it. And that is this, that exercise is something that must always meet a certain criteria, expectation, or be about performance. Yes, there is a time and place when it is about performance if you are an athlete gearing up for a competition. But if you are not, if you are like me and you're just going about your day trying to, make it so that your knees can stay strong and you can pick up the dog food bag at Costco, guess what? Nobody is watching us. Nobody is tracking our progress. Nobody is keeping tabs on how much we are moving. The only person who benefits from you moving your body is you. Okay, let's move on to your routine reset challenge for today. We are going to take a minute to evaluate our schedule, our time, and be really honest with yourself. Where can you fit movement in? And how convenient is it? Is there a way for you to make it more convenient so you can improve your consistency with it? And then we're going to look at the mental barriers that may pop up. This is not an all or nothing. If you plan for it 5 times and you do it twice, that's amazing. 2 is better than none. If you plan for it 3 times and you do it once, sister, you are making progress. So moving out of that mentality that movement is meant to accomplish something and look at it instead as a gift you are giving your body. After you walk through these 3 layers, sister, you are going to find ways to build in consistent movement into your routine. As for tomorrow, we are wrapping up the routine reset challenge by talking about how we can make this sustainable. How can we make this something that sets us up for the rest of the year? And with this challenge wrapping up, so is the discounted price for the empowered eating method. So if you are thinking, okay, this has reset me, I'm realizing where I have some intentionality, but where I need to take this journey to the next level, empowered eating is where it is at. You can head on over to jessbrownrd.com, click on courses to learn more about the details and the ins and outs of the program, and enter reset at checkout to get that 20% off through tomorrow. And one of the really cool things for everyone who is joining the program now is that we are kicking off live accountability coaching in September. So that means when you're inside the program, we will have a live component to it now to support you guys along your empowered eating journey. So you can see that all the way through the end of the year. All right, friends, I will see you here tomorrow as we wrap up the routine reset challenge. Until then, cheers and happy eating. Thank you so much for tuning in today. As we reset our routine, I would love to hear how it's going for you. You can always share your progress on social. Don't forget to tag me at JessBrownRD or leave a review on the show. And if this reset challenge is gearing you up, but you want that next step, don't forget to check out the Empowered Eating Method over at jessbrownrd.com under courses. Enter the code RESET at checkout for 20% off this week. I can't wait to see you again here tomorrow morning as we continue this routine reset challenge.